Got an Akai GXC-310. The tape counter sticks when it rolls over at 100, causing the unit to stop on playback. Does not stick on fast forward or rewind, only on play. So something in the counter is causing it to stick. Let's investigate and find out what. Here's an interesting problem on an Akai GXC-310D. Watch the tape counter. This unit is functional except whenever it goes to roll over to 100, the tape counter sticks. And then of course the unit goes into auto stop. On fast forward and rewind, it passes over the 100. So there's got to be something in this counter that's sticking when that third dial goes to switch over. So I figure there's got to be something in the teeth here between the 10s and the 100s roller that's sticking. You notice that the 7 position is where the double cog is. So let's roll this back and just see if there's something in that 7, between the 7 and an 8 here, that could be causing it to stick. It's either that or it's the roller itself is sticking, but it doesn't appear to have any tension problems. Could be this little gear here too. We'll just roll it up to the 9 again. And here, okay, that time it rolled over. Interesting.
Now the reason it's rolling over now is because I'm turning it too fast. I have to turn it slow, like it would be turning if it was on a tape that was playing.
Because I don't see anything between the teeth here that's causing a problem. I see nothing on here that would cause that thing to slip or to stick like that, unless it was something in the teeth back here or something in this little cog between the 7, or you know, at the 7 mark. You can see the double teeth there, the 2 little teeth that stick out. What they do is every time they rotate, they mesh with this gear at the back here and cause it to switch over like a speedometer. I don't see anything that would cause it to stick. You'll notice what happens when it gets up to the 9 position. Now it's going to roll over, and I'll just turn this real slow to see if it will stick. Okay, it's sticking right there. Interesting, it's sticking right there.
Look at the pulley below. It looks like some grease has dripped onto it and it's gotten onto the belt, and I think it's causing it to slip.
So it's either going to be something right in this little gear here, or it could be this wheel is just sticking ever so slightly. I don't see any debris or anything that would cause this. Maybe if I turn off the power, this thing won't shut off.
From this view, the camera has a much better view of the problem than me. I can't see it because I'm not looking down at the gear, but the camera is looking directly
right there,
straight down. But I am going to see it momentarily.
Either that or the belt that turns this is just slightly weak. It could be the belt underneath here too. It's just slipping ever so slightly. That's always a possibility. Is that the counterbelt's not supposed to be tight because you don't want any excess drag on the tape hub, but it could be just that the belt itself is just at that point where just that little extra bit of resistance required to roll it over makes it slip. I'm just going to try cleaning the belt down in here, put it into fast forward, and just clean the belt. Let's get a bit of isopropyl alcohol on here, just in case the belt's slipping ever so slightly. It doesn't appear to be. It's certainly tight enough. Because if I put my finger on here, like, I have to put quite a bit of pressure on here to stop it from turning. Let's just see whether that will work better on play now. See if it'll stop. Okay, now it's rolling over. You see, I got to put quite a bit of pressure on here to stop this thing from turning. So it does have good torque. It may have been just some lubricant or something that had dropped down onto the belt and was just making it just slip ever so slightly. Because the belt does have good tension. And if I turn this thing manually now, there, I think that's all it was. There's maybe just a little bit of lubricant dripped down and got onto the pulley and then got onto the belt and caused the belt to slip a bit. So a little bit of isopropanol alcohol, and that dries up the lubricant, because you don't want lubricant on rubber belts. It's going to make them slip. Seems to solve the problem. Let's put this one together. Here we go. It's rolling over. I'm going to let this tape play all the way through, and if it continues without stopping, then I think it's a pretty safe bet to say that the problem was just the belt was slipping ever so slightly. when it was on play because it was turning slower. See, on fast forward and rewind, there would have been the momentum of the actual pulley and everything spinning. But at the slower speeds, there wasn't the momentum there, so the slight bit extra drag required to flip the third number over was causing it to slip. Just from a little bit of oil that had dripped onto the pulley and was just causing just a little bit of slippage. Not enough to make it slip when it was on fast forward or rewind, and not enough to make it slip when it was on play, just enough to make it slip when it had to roll over the third digit, which just took that little bit of extra energy to turn that third tumbler over. So I'll let it play, but I think this one here is good now. Thanks for watching.